Hey everyone, and welcome. I just wanted to do a quick announcement in case you were not paying attention at the end of the last video. This video is going to not have any gameplay in it. We're going to just do a quick debugging session, see if we can figure out what happened at the end of the last video. So if you think that's cool, then I hope you enjoy watching it. And if you think that's boring, then just go ahead and skip it. I promise you won't miss anything. And that's all. And now we're going to get into the actual debugging. Hello everyone, and welcome back to not actually an episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Like I promised in the last episode, we're just going to look at this crash log and see what's up. I'm betting I won't be able to do anything about this myself, since I don't really know what has been going on with the amulet changes. But I'm curious, and I'm going to look around. Yeah, okay, so the last thing that happened was the gargoyle hurled a stone arrow at me. So here, this thing missed, and nothing happened. This one didn't get a chance to say whether it hit or missed, and then we crashed all of a sudden, right? So, I mean, that, together with the crash log, or the stack trace up here, strongly suggests to me that it's something to do with the amulet of reflection. Like, the amulet of reflection tried to go off, tried to reflect the stone arrow, but instead the game crashed. Is Amethyst around, or... Let's see. Looks related to amulet of reflection. Okay. In the meantime, what am I gonna do? Let's see. I'll close my crawl window. I'll open up. No, that's not gonna work, is it? Oh, it did. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything interesting going on in Emacs right now? No. So let's show you guys that too. Well, I mean, I guess what I meant to say is, do I have anything going on in Emacs that I didn't want on stream or on video? It's not like I use Emacs as a text editor, right? There's nothing too incriminating I can do there. But you know, I do work stuff in there, so there could have been, you know, proprietary source that I'm not supposed to show off. But okay, so now I want to add Emacs. Or I guess let's call this scene, rename it to coding. Add a window capture. I guess in theory it would be best for me to like edit all this out and just show you guys, look, here's me coding, but instead I'm not doing that. Okay, so there we go, that's Emacs. This is the C++ that crawl is based on, and I have a copy of it locally. And we're just going to go exploring. I don't really necessarily expect to see anything, like I said, that I am able to fix. But let's see. Is shield. So where is that? We're looking for is shield. Looks like it's in... It's being used in beam.cc. And let's look for like a .h. It's in item prop.h. Okay. So I presume item prop.cc has the definition. Right? And that's where we're looking, yes. Item prop.cc is shield here. I see.
Well, this doesn't look wrong. It's getting an item def and saying if whether that thing is both armor and a shield. So I presume the item it was looking at was my Amulet of Reflection. And that would have said, no, the item's base type is not armor, and so we wouldn't check the armor slot for it at all, and it wouldn't crash. So what must have happened instead is that the item we were checking was like not an item at all. It was some total piece of junk that the game didn't know what to do with. Huh. I'm kind of surprised that GDB. Oh. So I'm often doing stuff in like in full screen. Because I don't see very well and I have a small monitor on my laptop. So, you know, all this to say that, like, that's why I'm only showing you one window at a time. You know, it'd be great if I could have Chrome and Emacs up, but I couldn't really do that and see both of them. So there you go. But I bring that up because I was going back to the Chrome window to cross-reference, and then I realized, like, wait a minute, you guys can't even see what I'm looking at right now. So I have to like Alt-Tab and then Alt-Tab in my video recording thing. So I'm a little surprised here that GDB is not executable because this is a really bad crash dump. And CAO, I thought, had like it has GDB. I know it has GDB. Like I've seen great crash logs out of this. It would just be nice to get like a stack trace that has actual meaningful code references and has a list of all the locals in scope and so on. But it seems like that is not what has happened. Huh. Well, I guess given that, that's sort of like the best I can do, right? Is I know that for some reason, one of my... Well, okay. Actually, this is an interesting question. We can go up a little bit to see who was calling is shield, right? And that's Bolt misses player. So let's look at that. And I presume that we'll find that it's, looking at all the items that give me shield or something like that, right? Bolt. Is there not? There's a file named Bolt. I don't remember now. Beam. That's right. The worst. Beam.cc. Yes. Bolt miss. All right, fine. I give it. Oh, look. Misses player. Oh, it is in beam.cc. Why couldn't I find it? Oh, because it was right. Got it. Okay. And then for some reason I was looking at is shield, right? Okay. So let's see. What's going on in this function? If it's all this, that stuff doesn't really matter. It's not an explosion. Interesting. I didn't know that. Aimed at feet. I'm not sure exactly. Does this mean like if you zap yourself with a bolt, or does it mean that like monsters can? I don't know. I wonder if you aim at a floor tile, if reflection is not possible. This is for hitting the player, right? This doesn't apply when you're zapping monsters. So, okay, so now we look at all this dodging, and automatic. Okay, so it's adjusting the hit percentages for whatever, and then we get into this thing that says, like, if you have a shield. So all of this stuff was true. And now we're looking at my shield bonus, which is like 6, I guess. And okay. Test hit. Okay, whatever. So now it looks up my shield. So here's the thing that, like, this call here, right? That's gotta be, that's the only call to is shield in this function. So this must be what's breaking, but I'm not wearing a shield. So what does u.shield do? Player.cc, yes. Shield? I guess it's just an actor, huh? What? Where does u.shield come from? Maybe it's just in player.h or something. Okay, so player.h says there's a thing. All right, maybe I don't totally understand. I'm not like a super, I don't have a ton of experience with C++, so. All right, so shield. There's all these calls to shield. Where do we define shield? That's what I want to know. I don't suppose Emacs will just tell me. Well, there's monster shield, but that's not. I guess it must be an actor, right? But it's not. All right, let's look up where is, this should tell me, right? Player-act.cc for some reason. Okay, so it just looks up the slot, right? I don't know exactly what slot item is, but it just looks up a thing in a slot. So sure. I presume, right? Slot item. Yeah, and here's the implementation of slot item. You guys can see this, right? I had to check and make sure I was looking at the right window. Okay, so it takes an equipment type, looks at my equipment, and either returns null or like casts. So what is equip? I don't know. All right. I've reached the boundary of being able to look. I don't know. I could look that up, but I don't think this is broken. Probably. So I don't want to spend a ton of time in the recording digging into it. So, but the thing is, somehow this is returning a thing that is not a shield. It seems like. Right? Because if it were returning null, then that call to is shield would never have happened at all. That's why I wish I had a better stack trace. I wonder. Let's try. I'm going to try logging into Wiz mode and try to make this crash again. And I'll have you guys seeing this in just a sec. Okay, playing crawl, right? Yeah, that's what we want to see. All right. So we were fighting the Salamander Stormcaller, but whatever. Get out of here, man. Okay. So what I want to do is make an amulet of reflection. That's not a monster. Amulet of reflection. Put it on. It's +3. How do I modify it? Items, items, items. Tweak object properties on this amulet. Make it plus like 40. Can I do that? Nice. Okay. Now let's make a gargoyle, since that's what we were fighting. Yeah, I think anything that shoots. Oh, let's gargoyle nothing. Give him no weapon. I don't think it matters. Yeah, wow, okay, we crashed again. Let's see if we got a better yeah, so unsurprisingly, no better crash log, but it's the same basic issue. So maybe what I should do actually is try to reproduce this locally. But that's going to take a while because I'm going to have to rebuild everything. So I'm probably going to cut the video here. Yeah, I'll cut for a moment and I'll be... Welcome back. I'm done compiling all this junk. And playing locally. Let's see, what was I going to do? I was going to make an amulet of reflection, pick it up, put it on, make it be plus 40, done, make a gargoyle with no weapons. Hey, I said nothing. What did I do wrong? Oh yeah, you get so many more messages when you compile for debug mode. Okay, so it gave him a flail, but then it took him away because I said not to give him a weapon. Whatever. So, let's just destroy all the other monsters and then make the gargoyle again. Okay, so he's shooting a missile at me. It's stone arrow. It's drawing some tracers. It reflects off a thing. It totally works fine. What? It works fine again. Okay, so I think that what happened probably, let's see. I think that what happened is that it's been fixed already, but that the server is not yet updated with the fix. So what, I mean, I guess I don't know why I'm even looking. I know, oops, I know what version it's on, right? The latest one, geez, whatever, this thing. What I want to see, though, is let's log in to the online server. Oh, and you guys. Oh, interesting. Is that? Yeah, okay. As hyper amyloid. And play What version are we on here? DCBC, whatever. So let's then go back, close that window. Now we're on my local window, save. So, don't crash on projectiles hitting monsters. So that is applied. Scrolling up. So I bet this here is so what does this do? I bet this is what fixed it. Git show this. Yeah, absolutely. Before this, of course, it breaks. All right, so what happened is that the bug is already fixed, and that's why I couldn't find it. But the server hasn't. Hasn't had that fix applied yet. So I'm gonna tell the server to rebuild, and that takes like half an hour or some outrageously long amount of time. But then it'll all be fixed. So that's the end of Hunt Down the Bug. It turns out there wasn't one, but at least we got to look at and see how amulets of reflection work. So I hope you guys had some fun with that. I did. I'll probably load up the game before the fix is finished and just take off the amulet of reflection until it's fixed. I don't think it's like saving my life right now, so that should be safe enough. Anyway, next episode we'll be back to actually playing Crawl. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.